So you're in your 50s, 60s, and 70s, and you're hearing a lot about retirement, and you're thinking a lot about retirement, and you're wondering, what should I do? Because maybe you don't have $750,000 in the bank, maybe you do not have all kinds of benefits saved up, and you're wondering, what are my options? And if you check on YouTube, you're seeing a lot of just a lot of videos about having $750,000 in the bank or $1 million for retirement, and you're kind of left with that feeling that, well, I'm screwed because I don't have all that money and I'm still working a job and I can never see myself retiring. But I don't think you should worry. There's a lot of people in the same situation. Now, I think you do have options, and hopefully you don't have too much debt. That's something you'd have to deal with first, I think, and do your best to get that down. That would be one of your goals. But this whole idea that you have to retire at a certain age and your work-a-day life is over, that's something relatively new, at least in our country here in North America. Realistically, people years ago, if you go back hundreds and hundreds of years, you're going to see that people had to work or contribute to their community, to their families, well into their old age, until basically you couldn't get out of the chair anymore. I think there's going to be lots of time for not being able to get out of the chair. So I just want to encourage you in this YouTube video not to lose heart, get depressed about what you're seeing on YouTube as what people are perceiving as the norm for retirement. Now, my brother-in-law, he's 71 and he still works. He's not full-time, but he still does his job on the call. He really enjoys it. It gets him out of the house. He's not the type of person too that needs a job to get to keep busy. You know what I mean? Like, he can do other things. He likes to fish, and he likes to work on motors and do all kinds of different things like that. So just this idea that you have to stop living, have to stop working, have to stop making money just because you're getting in your 50s and especially your 60s, it's not necessarily true. I think we're seeing a warped view of what it means to get older. The benefits of continuing to work, at least part-time, are actually quite great, because as we all know, when you leave your work, you have some other issues to work on as well, and those things could be loneliness, because you're going to be left alone, lack of contact with people, lack of extra spending money if you're relying on, you know, your basic government's pension plans and old age security and that sort of thing. Well, if you're just relying on those things, if you're able to go out and work 15, 20 hours a week, still rub shoulders with people, and still able to get along, and your health will allow you to do it, there's no problem. You shouldn't feel any guilt. I know another man, he's about my age and he's in his 60s, and he's a baker, and he continues to go in and do some work. He figures it's better than sitting at home. Sure, these guys aren't all working 40 hours a week at what they do, but they're still doing, you know, they're still working and making money and feeling a part of the society. And there's a certain dignity that comes with working, especially if you're able to. And so there's that. You know, you don't have to, like in my case, I'm still looking for money. I'm still looking for ways to make money. I still have little things I do on the side, and that's what I call semi-retirement. So you can be self-employed when you're semi-retired. That means you're sort of halfway to retirement, like full-on retirement, where you know, I mean, everybody's life is different. Some people are gonna be able to afford a boat and cruise the world, but personally, I'm not in that boat. Pardon the pun. And so I have to keep making money any way I can. Yeah, some of it's life choices, some of it's life circumstances, some of it is just attitudes that prevailed when I was younger that led me down this path. But this is my life, this is your life. We get to live it the way we want, and nobody has to tell us exactly how to live it. So this path is getting pretty grown up, so I think I'm going to switch around, go back this way. So you can continue to do your thing and work as you wish and make money, and there's no harm in that. So the big thing is that when we start to think about what others think of us, that really limits our options, because then we start thinking, well, I have to live exactly like that person or society or the voices in my head are trying to tell me to live. And you don't have to think that way. Again, it's your life. And by now, hey guys, you know, we're in our 50s and 60s, and you know what? If you haven't learned by now, nobody really gives a crap, and people can talk and talk all they want. Really, it shouldn't really bother us, because that's the thing of the teenage years. That's not us now. We're getting there where we have the advantage, we have the privilege of really not giving a crap what others think. What matters to you and to me is the life that we're having, not the life that someone else expects us to have, not the life that oh, you should have a full-time job, or just the opposite of that, which is more apt to be as you're approaching retirement. I see so much, don't waste your life. Get out of working while you can, and get away from the rat race and all that. But semi-retirement is perfect because it does allow you to have a gradual shift. And trust me, you can just Google this online, and you'll see that a lot of people are struggling with mental health issues after they retire fully. Sure, maybe they got all their money and their finances in place, but it may seem like lots of fun to lay on the beach all day and drink a cold drink, but after a while, if you're doing it all by yourself, it can be very tiring and tedious. So really guys, really, it's up to you to live the life that you want to live. And semi-retirement is a good choice for that, because, like I said, you can be self-employed, you can be part-time employed somewhere. Yeah, I understand if you hate your job, if you're in some kind of high-pressure job, and maybe you can run the figures. Remember, the figures they're never ever going to be in your favor. You're always going to want more. You're always going to feel that you need more. And hey, maybe there's a truth to that. But let's face it, are we all at that place where we can just be on a yacht or do nothing but get richer? Not very many of us. Sorry about the sun here. It's usually a little later in the day I go when I'm getting a washed out screen sometime. Anyways, that's just the thoughts. I want to encourage you to keep semi-retirement part of your possible option. You could talk to your employer. You could say, can I go back to 2 days a week? You're not going to fire me, are you, or lay me off? I don't want to be laid off. I just don't want to work 35, 40 hours a week anymore. Work on something and get it in your favor, and you still get up. And you know what? It is a little bit good for your health too, your physical health, to have a reason to get out of bed, a reason to get up. I saw somewhere, it's probably a bit of bogus pseudoscience or medicine, but I did see that it kind of all starts in your legs. You're aging. If you're not, let's say, at least metaphorically, if you're not able to up and go, get your mind on things, of course you might be in a wheelchair or whatever, but if you can still find the employment, you can still put in some time, it's not necessarily a bad thing to get out there and keep working, and and to to still rub shoulders with people, to still have work friends. Yeah, maybe they're not the kind of friends that are going to show up at your funeral or whatever, or your birthday party, but they are people, and you get to talk to them, and you get to have interactions, and it keeps your mind busy, which helps with keeping mental exercises going, and maybe keep you a little more sharp as you get older. Yeah, it's up to you. That's what this video is about. It's your choice. It's up to you. You can say to yourself, well, I want to keep working. I want to make some money. Heck, there's a guy on a local farm here. He's working, and he's in his 70s, and he's here. You know, there's another option. He's a seasonal worker, and he really knows his stuff, and they keep him on. And yeah, a lot of seniors, super seniors work in the farm markets and on the farms, and run the forklift and do that sort of thing because they want to, and because they don't want to just sit at home. So if you're 50 or 60s, don't feel you have to retire. Don't feel this is your only option. Don't be fooled by all these things. I'm not trying to say don't talk to someone about getting your finances in order for, you know, your pensions or whatever you have, savings, combination of everything. I'm not saying being foolish and just ignore that. But the idea that you have to quit. My father, well, even after he officially retired, he continued with a small engine repair in his basement. So he kept busy that way. I mean, he'd get up in the morning. You don't have to be at a certain time, you know. That's one benefit of self-employment, is you don't have to be at work at exactly 10 minutes before the doors open, which is, yeah, one of the tough things about retail and maybe kitchen work. But if you can hack that sort of thing for a couple days a week, and you want to still get out there and see what's going on in the world, still feel like a part of the community, the work community, go for it. You do you. You do you. And don't you believe what the image that other people are projecting. If you're healthy enough, if you can do it, and you want to keep working some, you don't hate your job, and you like having that little bit of cash, you know, to spend on things, give your family presents or whatever you want to do with it. Maybe it's just for basic survival. Hey, let's be honest here, right? There's a lot of people, myself included, that I just can't quit today. I can't quit and stop looking for a source of income, or, you know, selling the stuff I sell. And yeah, so anyway, we'll leave you with that. Just want to encourage you, if you do get a chance to like this video or comment, I really appreciate it. I know the last couple of videos I don't think were right on topic for people and kind of get off there, and I haven't seen much response, and YouTube's probably not sharing it much. So yeah, I mean, I've got another channel on the go, and yeah, if you just could just, you know, just kind of give me a little, you know, you hate this stuff or you like this stuff, just let me know, and so I can continue, and we'll see how we go. You guys have a great day, and this is Kevin. Pleased to meet you, and my channel is called Silver Hill. See you in the next video. Have a great one. Bye.